hello to you. It's Friday. Welcome to another Comedy Spot Live. My name is Brian. We are going to do a show called Who Did It tonight. I appreciate you being here to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is probably my favorite show, so I'm glad that you are here. Before I introduce you to my guests and tell you how the show works, I just want to remind everybody that we have online classes, satcomedyspot.com/online. You can take sketch writing, screenwriting, storytelling, stand-up, improv. Also, our normal classes are coming back. So you can go to satcomedyspot.com/classes. If you live in the Sacramento area, you can start taking our in-person classes again. We just are posting up brand new classes tomorrow. So look for those. You can jump in and take one of our one-on-one classes. It'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. I love it when you guys comment like Patrick. He said, happy Friday. And Nicole said, happy Friday. Louise said, hey, bud. Hello, Louise. Nice of you to be here. She's all the way over in London. Or not London, but England. I don't know if it's London, England, or just it's
same thing.
That's the only one worth mentioning. Suck it, Birmingham.
You guys be quiet in the background. I'm kidding. I'm going to introduce you right now. This is a fun show. Here's how it works. I have three very funny people here on the show tonight. They have all done things in their past that they're going to share. I'm going to do one at a time, and then they're each going to claim that they have done that same thing. And you watching, have to figure out who really did it. So you will vote on the person you think did it, and then we'll actually the person that did that thing. Louise says, fucking London. She is in London. It is all London.
Yes!
London calling.
Yeah. Why don't you take that Waterloo line to the Jubilee and get off at I'll see you at the West End, baby.
Our guests tonight, all very funny people. Please welcome to the show. It's Troy. It's Edgar. It's Stacey, everybody.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm so glad you guys are on the show. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What are you doing, Edgar?
It's a puppet show.
Oh. I thought you were hand fighting yourself.
Yeah. They're like,
No, I want Brexit. No, I'm a Londoner. I've been here my whole life. I don't want to leave the EU. It doesn't make sense. Switzerland has done it forever, but they got all the money. We don't have as much money.
See, Luis,
Edgar wins.
That's because the NHO. No NHO.
That is exactly what most Americans think Englanders sound like. So there you go.
yeah, we all think they sound like, what's his face from Mary Poppins?
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah. Chimney.
The most American among them. Let's see.
I always think of Faulty Towers, personally.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Anytime it's mentioned, I think of Faulty Towers.
Dana says, just like everybody thinks that LA is all of California. Yeah, it's
true.
True
Yeah.
that.
LA and San Francisco, that's it.
Yeah.
If you want a good pasty, you gotta go to where's it? Yorkshire? I don't know what the fuck that is. The pasties aren't even good, dude. English people, bro. When I was in London,
Edgar, let's get back to the show.
Yeah, let's do the show. I'm sorry.
I started setting up the show tonight, and I have like 9 or 7 past experiences. I didn't do all of them, and then I was thinking like, whoa, maybe I should add a couple more. I was like, no, this group, no way. There's no way I'm gonna finish in time. We're gonna cut down the number of things. Okay, so I already told the audience how the show works. I'm going to show something, some sort of experience, and all three of you are going to tell a really brief story about that moment, and then I'll get everybody together, and then the audience has to pick who actually did it. So let's see. Let's switch over to guest. Something just snapped in the other room, and it's making me very uncomfortable.
Are you twisting your nipples?
You're supposedly in the building alone, right?
That's what Brian does when he gets nervous. He starts twisting his nipple.
Wait a second.
He just gets more kinky the more nervous he is.
What's really funny is at the time, it was only the three of you up on the screen. And so nobody could see what was happening. And they're like, are you just grabbing your nipples when you get excited about
Oh.
Yeah, I was like this. I was like, Yee! It looked like
That's nipples, dude.
Yeah,
if
that's
I,
all nipples all day.
if I die because somebody just invaded the comment spot, at least you're all here to witness it. So
Yeah, that's really good clickbait. It's good for the spot. The thumbnail. We'll get a good thumbnail out of it, Brian.
Oh
I
my
swear.
gosh, stop it.
If I can do anything for you, bro, it's to make sure your snuff video gets a good thumbnail.
All right, here you go. First one. And by the way, audience, they haven't seen the other person's things. So they're going to try to deceive you, to lie to you, to try to make you think that somebody else did the thing. So it says, I had my sister perform choreography and cheers to my parents so I could sneak out of the house. So I can't even clarify this with the person or I give it away. So I had my sister do choreography and like cheers for my parents so I could sneak out of the house. So Troy, you're going to go first. Tell us that quick little story of how you got your sister to do cheers and choreography so you could sneak out of the house.
Okay, yeah, totally. So I was a teenager. My sister is 5 years younger than me. So when I was kind of getting into the rebellious teen age, she was still like super young and cute and malleable, so I could totally convince her. It didn't take much. You just like get her going, and then I would tell her to like go show them what we did, and she would totally distract them from everything. The dog would be focused on her, so no one would even notice if I like slipped out the back door. It was a great go-to, I don't know what you call it. Like, it was a great cover.
Okay, perfect.
And so there you go.
All right, good. All right, so now, Edgar, I think you're next.
Okay.
What's the thing? I keep messing up all my thing. Okay, so here you go.
I like this view. We get to see the chat. Tweak them nips, Abby.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Stop telling everybody I'm tweaking my nips all the time.
Stop tweaking your nips and we won't have to tell on you.
Yeah.
All right, so
that's
let's
a
see.
horse carriage thing right there.
You know what's funny is my pad that I set up so that I can have everything in buttons is different than. Don't worry about it. I had my sister perform choreography and do cheers for my parents so I could sneak out of the house. Edgar, you're up.
Yeah.
Tell us the story.
Great, thank you. And I do not mind clarifying. You could have just gone up and you could have just asked me. That's fine. Comfortable clarifying. I used to sneak out like every Friday night and go hang out with my girlfriend at the time. Ladies, single now. And yeah, my sister did cheer freshman year and her sophomore year, and she got me in a lot of trouble because she got mad at me, so she told my parents I was smoking weed. And they didn't believe her, and so they gave me a drug test, and then I was smoking weed, obviously. And yeah, so I got grounded for like a really, really, really long time, and she felt super bad because she didn't think it would like be that big of a deal. So to kind of make it up for me, she would distract my parents, and she chose cheerleading. But yeah, so I could sneak out.
All right, perfect. Stacey, you're the last one here. So just to review one more time. One of you made your sister do choreography and cheers so that you could sneak out of the house. Stacey, your quick story.
So I don't know why the other two are pretending it's them. It's clearly me. And so my sister is 5 years younger than me, but we shared a bedroom. And in order to sneak out, I had to walk past the giant living room window. But my parents were always watching TV, so they could totally catch me. So I would send my sister in there as a distraction, and I'd tell her, mess it up after 10 seconds. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Bye, 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 whatever it is. Just go and do it I need it for 1:30 seconds. And so she would do it for me so that I could jump out the window and run past the living room window.
Okay, perfect. So you heard all three of the stories. One of these three did this thing. So everybody in the comments, go ahead and Edgar, you can't vote.
Oh shit, my bad.
I believe all of us did it.
So everybody at home, who did it? Go ahead, get your votes in now, and we'll see what you think, and then we'll reveal who actually did it. Edgar definitely thinks that Stacey did it.
Yeah, this is classic Stacey.
John says
me. It was me.
Patrick was like, "What do you mean, Stacey? You didn't have curtains?" Oh, it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay. Casey.
Patrick's trying to shame you, Stacey. You shouldn't.
I know. I'm not taking your curtain shame, Patrick.
Casey's,
not accepted.
Casey thinks it's Edgar, but also it's Alicia's birthday today. So happy birthday, Alicia!
Happy birthday! Woo!
Yeah. I was gonna wish her a happy birthday on my personal show, but I ended up not having time to do it today. So let's see. Edgar is Jabberwocky's vote. Patrick votes for Troy. Donna says Stacey. Jeff says Stacey.
Hi, Jeff.
Jess says Edgar for show. Patrick says Troy. Edgar. Crap, I think it was Troy. Edgar. I say Stacey. I think it's pretty even. A lot of people think Edgar, a little bit of Stacey, a little bit of Troy. So out of the three of you, which one of you actually did this?
That was me.
That was Stacey.
Yeah, I knew it.
I totally thought it was Edgar.
Shout out to Karen for doing that for me. It was also her birthday yesterday, as well as my mother. Happy birthday, and thank you for covering for me so I can go date older men.
I'm glad that your sister had your back. So that's good.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Let me bring up our guest view. Nope, not that one. The other one, Brian, because this would be too easy if you set it up correctly.
I can't stop floating around.
I know, me either.
TV logos.
Maybe I should be lower.
You guys are gonna make everybody at home sick.
I'm already sick. So.
All right, here we go.
That joke is even better in person.
I won a foot race against a homeless person. This one goes to Edgar first. So, Edgar, tell us the story of when you won a foot race with a homeless person.
Yeah, man. So this was way back in the day when I was still running around on the street with Sacramento legend Darby Herms, JT Kelly, Bill Wallace. Shouts out to all of them, and shouts out to our boy Joel. Oh, excuse me. Who's the homeless dude? Joel went to the School of Berklee College of Music, right, in Boston, and he's an incredible guitarist. And he's just kind of out on the street. We would just hang out with him a lot because we were always out on the street. And one day we did a race. I don't know how, and yeah, to pass the time.
All right, good. What's really funny is Donna right off the bat said, I'm just going to go ahead and say Edgar on this one.
Why not Troy, huh?
Stacey, you're up.
So this was definitely me. This actually happened in San Francisco. My best friend lived there. Her name's Holly. Hi, Holly. And we were very drunk one night. She lived off a market, and we were in a shopping cart, and she was pushing me around. And a homeless guy started talking trash to us. Well, I used to run track in high school, so I said, let's go ahead and do a foot race. Let's see who can beat who. And so we lined up and we ran 2 blocks, and I dusted him.
Okay.
Dusted.
Good. And let's see. We'll go back to this. Just to remind everybody, one of these 3 actually won a foot race with a homeless person, And we've already heard from Edgar and Stacey, and now Troy, you are up.
Okay, so clearly this wasn't recently because I'm a very big fat man. But when I was younger, I lived and worked in Berkeley for years and years and years, right on Telegraph Avenue. So there were tons of homeless people that I knew on a first name basis. And there was one guy that kind of hung out near my store, and we used to talk all the time and just briefly, but one day he was trying to get me, I don't even remember what he wanted to buy, but he was trying to get me to give him, he wanted me to give him $5. And that was like way the fuck beyond the pale. And so then he was taunting me. He's like, come on, big man, come on, big man. And then he's like, how about this? He's like, we'll run to the corner, and if I beat you, then you got to give me $5. Because he didn't think I could run, because I wasn't fat like now, but I was still a big guy. And so I said, okay, fine, you're on. And we took off running, but he didn't factor in that I'm tall and have long legs. And I was only like 22 then. So I totally scorched him. But I actually did give him the money anyway.
Okay. All right, that's fantastic. You're making it very hard because all those stories seem real to me, and I forgot who actually did this thing. So the audience was asking what the prize is for who wins tonight, and Edgar, who's in the chat, also said that the prize is a private viewing of Brian tweaking his nipples.
And I want to win, baby.
Hold on, wait. I think we should be able
Show
to
me
tweak
the money.
Brian's nipples. Tweak Brian's nipples.
No,
we should
no.
get to tweak
I
them.
don't know. I don't want to do that.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
I mean, if you want,
Viewing-
it's all,
That's different.
Yeah?
yeah.
We'll talk.
All right, everyone, start to vote. One of these fine people here won a foot race with a homeless person. I see my first vote. Amy Church says, I'm going to go with Troy. So I'm going to go with Troy. Let's see. Tracy says, Troy, my boy. Let's see.
Bro, why does Jeff comment like he knows me? What's up, Jeff?
Edgar, come on. Come on, homeless foot race realness.
I am serving up cardboard. I am serving up socks with holes.
Jennifer says Troy. Hallie says Stacey done it.
Thank you.
Patrick says Edgar. Oh yeah, Tracy already said Edgar. I'm going with Troy. Troy, Edgar.
Damn, you guys didn't sell yours enough. You sold me out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
They're
my
catching
fault,
me.
Troy?
I consider that I get points if I convince someone to not believe the truth thing about that I did.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah.
Well, let's get to it. I think most people are saying Troy this time. There is an Edgar vote. There's a Stacey. Let's see. I said Edgar, but I really think it was Troy. He's convincing. So
Miles! Oh my God. Miles Goodrich, you were in Berkeley in those days, right?
yeah, and Miles says was the race with Rare.
Oh.
Oh, no, totally not. Rare scared me, man. He was too loud and bombastic. That's a specific homeless guy that was in Berkeley for a long time. He was always doing push-ups and stuff, and he was always shirtless, and he would scream, "Rah!" Like it was a whole thing. It was kind of a version of Kenny the dancing guy, but homeless.
More push-ups.
Is
Kenny not
more push-ups? Yeah.
Edgar voted for Troy, by the way, and Miles says Troy. All right, which one of you actually did this? Who won a foot race with a homeless guy?
It was me.
It was
Sorry about it, Joel. Shouts out to Joel, man. You beautiful man.
I have
Troy.
not won since 8th grade. Okay.
Troy, that was a phenomenal story.
I love.
I
Oh
thought it
my
was
God, Troy, that you just made that up off the spot.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Brian. When you guys do your improv,
Yeah.
you guys must write that beforehand, right? You just make that up like that, dude.
Not ACL for sure. ACL writes their stuff.
That's gotta
Yeah,
be
ahead of
written,
time.
dude. They're too funny, bro.
That's the best compliment you can get as an improviser, by the way.
It is, yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
All right, let's do this.
Wait,
yeah.
let me just interrupt for a second.
Yeah.
To really dispel that myth, Brian barely writes the stuff he's supposed to write. So it's really safe to say that none of the improv is written.
Brian's like, I improvise through life, man.
You guys.
Also, I have to.
Go ahead.
I have to interrupt as well.
Yeah.
What's the delay? 8 seconds.
15 to 30.
Okay, so Hiram Ray, if you're around, I need more rosé.
in 15 seconds.
Bring it out here to me. Thank you.
And I feel like I should start a stopwatch, and we can see if he gets here in like 30 seconds or not.
Hey,
Or they're not watching. Then it shows they're not watching, which would make me very angry.
That means Brian is predicting it'll take him 15 seconds to pour and bring the wine.
It'll be 15 seconds to hear and another 30 seconds after that.
She put the stopwatch in her box.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna time it. So 45 seconds is when I think Rosé is gonna show up.
I'm gonna call it.
Oh my God, it's yours!
Ah!
I need my rosé.
You guys, I just have to say, Miles Goodrich,
Oh my
I
God,
have
it moved
not
in like
seen
7
Miles
seconds.
in probably 30 years. And it's super
Okay.
awesome that you're watching today, Miles. Thank you.
Yeah, Miles, thank you for watching. Where's Miles watching from?
Perfect. Ah!
I knew him in Berkeley, but I don't know where he lives now.
By the way, I just want everybody to know that it crossed 45 seconds when I started seeing a bottle tipping.
I was gonna call a minute. Just want to let everyone know that before it gets to a minute.
Oh.
That was a minute.
Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh my God, it's so much rosé.
Oh my God! And there's Vicky. I've known her since like 1979.
Holy crap!
Wow.
That's when I was when you were
year.
old.
Troy, I should bring you on these shows more so I get more views. All right.
People love Troy. Make a Tower Records reunion show.
Oh yeah, I know. Actually, that would sell too. All right, here, third one. When I was in high school, I was arrested for terrorist threats and attempted robbery. When I was in high school, I was arrested for terrorist threats and attempted robbery. Stacey, I think you're up first this time, so hand it to you.
Well, I came from a very small town, and there's nothing to do. And so during the summertime, we would play pranks on the tourist. And so in this one, I wore an old man mask, and I walked into a local bar that had a bunch of tourists and other people. And I also had a water gun. And I walked up to the bar and I asked for, can I have a bourbon and water? And I sprayed the bartender with the squirt gun, and she ran me out. You better get out of here. And so I ran off. And then later on, walking down the street in my same old man mask and a water gun, I got pulled over by the cops, and me and my friends all got arrested for attempted robbery and terrorist threats, because that's what the bartender called it in for.
All right, that was convincing. That's good. All right, let's go back here. So Troy, in high school, you were arrested for terrorist threats and attempted robbery.
Yeah, so let me tell you though, it was totally bullshit. But we had, so at my high school, a group of my friends did this newspaper, like it was called the Underground Warrior. And it was this like satirical, but really subversive newspaper that the administration was super fucking pissed off about. It was printed on school, like that was before you could like go to Kinko's. You had to like have a mimeograph machine. Like,
Wait, a what?
Old, okay. So
what's a mimeograph? What's a mimeograph?
It's like that thing that looks like an old-timey piano.
There was a machine that would have like an ink thing that you would run papers through, and it would make like photocopies, but there was a whole manual element to it, and you'd get purple ink all over your hands. It was a whole thing. Anyway, we had to do it at the school, and I had keys to the office because I was the drama club president, and we had a thing that we had to go in there for. And so they would break in, and we'd go into into the office, the administrative office, to run copies of this. And we finally got caught, and they actually got us arrested because the terrorist part was some of the subversive stuff that was in the magazine, because they really went in hard on the administration. But everybody knew it was a bullshit thing, but they wanted to scare us and took us to the station.
All right. So that's Troy's version. One of you in high school got arrested for terrorist threats and attempted robbery. We heard from Stacey. We heard from Troy. Edgar, you're up now. What's your story?
So, my high school had this crazy thing. It was like an underground newspaper. I think it was called the Underground. No, okay, so, real talk, settle down. And, okay, so, my high school did have this tradition of I guess the senior class clown, it from the previous year, hands down this big clock. As there's a bunch, there's a bowl and a spoon for whoever mixes well with everybody else, and then one senior passes it down to somebody else that's chosen, and there's all these symbols. And anyways, the one for class clown is a clock, because this one class clown one year had stolen a specific teacher's clock off of this wall, and it was, I don't know, big to do, because it's probably 1955, and that's what's fucking edgy and interesting back then. But so that's the tradition, and I thought that the best way, because I campaigned really hard for class clown. I had no personality, and I thought to do something really big to earn, because I wasn't super tight. It was like a friendship thing. I wasn't super tight with that kid, that senior. So I was I got to do something crazy to so it's undeniable. People got to be you got to give it to this kid. So I called in a bomb threat at the school to evacuate.
Wow.
So thinking everyone will leave, I'll sneak in, take the clock from that same classroom, right? And then dip, and when everyone comes back, they'll see the clock was gone. Master plan, I show up at the rally with the fucking clock, I'm a big hero, right? Not what happened. It was immediately way more serious than I thought. Of course. What the fuck? It was immediately a really big deal. And we get evacuated with everyone. Obviously, there's no opportunity for me to leave the group. Everyone's being super monitored. They want to keep all the kids safe, of course. I try and get away. Somebody sees me trying to break into the classroom, and I cave under pressure, because by then a million cop cars show up. There's all this authority. I caved immediately. I was I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. And they're yes, you are. You're going to jail.
That remains true to this day.
Yeah, man. But now I get paid for it. We get paid for this, right, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jabberwocky says it's hard to believe that two of these people didn't do this thing. Jabberwocky killed it. That's good. Okay. Everybody start to vote. One of these three was arrested.
I just want to ask a question real quick. Edgar, did you, your high school days was the movie Newsies mixed with Back to the Future, right? Because you had the clock tower, and then you also had,
it was a tower. I climbed the tower.
Okay. Yeah, it was very good. Punch fucking Notre Dame.
I climbed the tower
that in there.
and connected a wire so that my physics teacher could help me get back to the 50s, so I could not bang my mom.
Let's see. Amy Church says definitely Edgar.
Yeah, dude. Amy, you and me, dude.
Jabberwocky says I'm still set on Stacey. Tracy says all three of them did this. Jennifer says Edgar. Jeff says Edgar. Stacey says Edgar. Donna says Edgar. Jess says I'm going to go with Troy. And then Jennifer goes, or Troy. Let's see. Edgar, that was too good to be fake. Okay, good. Yeah. They want to know what year this happened in.
This was 2011. I graduated.
I think it was 1985.
All right.
Did I miss the joke there? Damn.
I just have to say, I think it's interesting. Patrick says I did everything, and Jeff says Edgar did everything.
I never said I wasn't expelled. I just didn't include it in the story.
Oh. So Patrick says Troy. Tracy said Troy. Rosanna said Edgar, though. So who actually did it? Nobody really said Stacey, by the way. It was mostly Edgar with a little bit of Troy and hardly any Stacey at all.
Which it was totally me.
What? I forgot who it was. Was it really you?
Yeah. Really?
It was really me. Yeah.
Bruh,
really me.
I did not believe you for a second. I thought Troy for sure.
No, it's totally me. 100%.
Oh my God.
True
Is that the
story.
best one yet, Brian? I feel like that was the best one yet, right? Like in terms of guessing and...
That was so good because I thought it was Troy for sure.
Yeah.
I was even thinking to myself, oh, Troy really
knew.
Troy really got him this round.
So
yeah,
listen,
Brian knew.
Listen. So the Underground Warrior, that all really happened. My close circle of friends were publishing this underground newspaper that had the administration livid, but they never got caught. And I wasn't actually a part of it. But it was like literally my close circle of my best friends were doing it. I just didn't do it because I was too much part of the system, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, they never got caught. But the rest of it was totally true.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I want to clear up a little discrepancy. Someone said about what year. I mentioned it was like, that's when the tradition started, was like 1955.
Right.
I'm not as old as Troy.
Yeah, no.
It was really me, and literally we did these pranks every year when all the tourists would come in. I grew up in Fort Bragg, California. Tourists, yay. And so we would explode during the summer, and we would just play these pranks. We would also fake kidnappings on the streets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we did all these weird things. And so I wore a old man mask into a bar at the Squirt Gun, and it was filled with tourists. And I walked up and I said, "Can I have a bourbon and water?" And I sprayed her, and she and all the other Karens in the bar called the cops on me. And then later on, I got me and 4 of my friends, we all got arrested and detained for terrorist threats. And I mean, they let us go after
yeah,
we got
of course.
arrested.
You're white. Look at you.
I know, totally. Like, hello.
That's what I'm thinking this whole time. You're like, every
Absolutely.
summer we would just put on masks and go up to people and be, "Give me all your money, bitch!" And they would laugh. And we were just so
And
white.
we would laugh and we'd throw our
Great.
head back.
Nobody, the police loved it. It was
So
a big
stupid.
joke.
No, they did not love it.
Oh, yeah.
They were not happy about it.
I bet.
However, when the mask came off, I was white, and so then that changed
Yeah.
the thing,
Oh,
right?
sorry. We made a huge mistake. Please, can we take you home?
ACLU Terry says, "Shame on you, Stacey. I'm disappointed that this was you."
Oh.
By the way, it was totally okay if it was Edgar or Troy, but just...
I know.
All right, let's do another.
I loved Donna said Troy thought it was Troy.
Yo,
Is
yeah.
that what she said?
You really sold it, man. Like, that was
Yeah.
so
For a
good. You're on
second-
fire today. That and the homeless race story, so good.
I
Swear to
think
God, for a second, I was like, did Troy do this too? And this is not mine?
man, I put these together so fast because the stuff I'm supposed to write and do, I do at the last minute, and I completely forgot who everybody, like all the things that you guys did. So I swore, I was like, oh yeah, but I know Troy did this one for sure, and so you got me, Troy. Nicely done.
Good job, Troy.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Everyone comment claps for Troy in the chat.
Clap,
Blow up
clap.
that chat, everybody. I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell for all the notifications.
What to say? Jam that wow? Isn't that the thing?
Jam the
Jam
wow.
that wow.
Slap like.
I spontaneously and without permission grabbed Whoopi Goldberg in a big hug. I spontaneously and without permission grabbed Whoopi Goldberg in a hug. Oops. I didn't mean to get rid of it. There we go. I think who went first that last round?
I don't
Stacey.
remember.
Oh, it's back to Troy. Troy, you're going first this round.
Okay. So this one goes back a while too, and it was actually in Berkeley also. I was working at that video store, and Whoopi, when her and Ted Danson were filming whatever that movie was in Berkeley, she came into the store and was buying some stuff, and I went up and helped her. And I was getting, she was buying all these videos to send to South Africa. And I was stacking them all up on my arm, and I got like my arm completely filled with them. And then I went on the counter and put them on the counter, and I came back, and it's like I completely lost control of my body for a minute. I was just overwhelmed by her. And I just grabbed her and wrapped her up in a hug and went, "I love you so much," and kind of shook her. And she gave me that big old Whoopi grin and didn't even say anything. And then I let go and I just went like, "Okay, I'm okay now." And then we just went back to talking like nothing had ever happened.
Good. Okay. I was going to ask a follow-up question, but I forgot the whole premise of the show. So,
Brian's just captivated.
I know.
Such a master storyteller.
How captivated are you, Brian?
Oh, my nipples are so hard right now. I just go like this, and I can play.
Everybody, jam that like button, tweak your nips.
Tweak
Get it
your
going.
nips.
I wish there was a little nipple button that you could press over and over again.
There's got to be a nipple emoji, though, right?
Yo,
Everyone jam
big
the
up
nipple
to
emoji.
whoever finds the closest thing that looks like a nipple emoji.
It's the heart.
Slam it into the comment section.
Okay, stop it. All right. Stacey, you're up. You grabbed Whoopi Goldberg and gave her a big old hug.
Yeah, so again, definitely me. So I was 18 and I lived in LA, and I was extra for the CW, and then they hired me to do like a seat filler for the Teen Choice Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just so happened to, during that time, run into Whoopi Goldberg, and Ghost is one of my favorite movies of all time. I think it's everybody's, so duh. And so Whoopi Goldberg ran past me, and I knew that I would get in trouble for the job, but I just grabbed her and I hugged her real quick, and I started singing, "Oh, my love." And she pushed me off of her, and she said, "Bitch, I wasn't even in that scene." I said, "Molly, you in danger, girl," then. and after that, it was fine. But it was not my finest.
And then her sibling came up and slapped you, and you were like, "You need to you need to learn how to sister act."
Oh, that was a stretch. That's a stretch.
I
striked out on that, dude.
All right. By the way, Jess found what you can use for nipples: little bottle emojis or something. A little bottle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Baby bottles.
Edgar, you're up. Tell us the story. How you went over, grabbed Whoopi Goldberg, gave her a big old hug.
Okay. Well, that's not what is written, please, Brian. Just a cost. I mean, kind of. So this happened. This story takes place at the San Francisco Punchline in beautiful San Francisco. Go in there. You go hang out every Sunday. If you do stand up in or around the Bay Area, you're probably there on a Sunday, trying to get seen, trying to get spots. It's a big hang. Sometimes big comedians pop in. Sometimes they're playing a nearby club, they're a theater, and they just come and hang out because that is the spot. That's the mecca for stand-up in San Francisco. So it's not super uncommon to see a big name. I'm there with some of my friends. We've driven down from Sacramento. And the way it works is, it's different now, but at the time they would just jam all the comedians into like the back corner by the bathrooms. And sometimes there'd be like, I don't know, like 50 to 80 comedians. Like, at least it felt that way. It was crazy. And it's just jam packed, and you're trying to take up as little space as possible because they're letting you in for free, and you respect that. You're trying to like be cool, but you're also trying to like like at some point sardine your way over to the booker, the gatekeeper, and like just say hi and then sardine away. And it's this whole thing where everyone's constantly wiggling around. Whoopi Goldberg is there. She's doing a drop-in spot. I don't know why she was there. I'm not friends with Whoopi Goldberg. I don't know her, but she was there. And during a sardining, someone that needed to use the bathroom quite badly was muscling their way through. I saw it coming, like slow motion. So I try to maneuver. I'm turning around, and I'm like face to face with Whoopi Goldberg. This dude shoves me, and I fly into Whoopi, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude." So once I bump into her and see that she's like probably gonna fall over, automatically try to catch Whoopi Goldberg. All of a sudden, the best move I got is to turn this into a hug. It's just say, I'm your biggest fan. I love you so much. And haven't been back to the SF Punch. I haven't been allowed back for a while. But fingers crossed that once this COVID thing clears up, they'll probably have forgotten about
All right,
that.
good. So one of the three of you, it was about 45 seconds too, by the way. It's pretty great. One of the three of you grabbed Whoopi Goldberg, spontaneously gave her a hug. Who actually? Oh, wait. Sorry, you guys have to. I forgot how the show. You start to vote. Everybody vote. Everybody vote. Everybody vote.
Also, I did get my wine filled up in less than 45 seconds. With a time delay, this is the best service.
ACLU Tear says this is an easy clap. Huh. Let's see how easy it is.
Tracy says, just bring her a new bottle.
Just bring her a new bottle. Tracy's also drinking. I saw that.
It needs to say cold, and then you fill my glass up.
Got it. Amy Church says, I'm going to go with Edgar because I did almost the same thing.
Honestly, it happens a lot more than you think, right? Like, when you get to be of a certain caliber, open miking in the Bay Area.
You just randomly are thrown into famous people, into their faces, and you just go like, hello, I'd like to hug you.
I saw Dan Natterman play at Milk Bar right before it closed. It was my first time doing acid. Like 8 years later, I'm in Paris, and who's doing a drop-in spot at the show I'm on? Dan fucking Natterman. And I didn't say anything to him because I'm shy.
Everybody, very shy.
Everybody has voted for Troy this round so far.
What?
Yeah, not one other. All of it's Troy.
Come on, are you serious? That was so mean.
All of it was Troy. Okay, which one of you hugged Whoopi Goldberg?
It was me.
It was Troy. They pegged you.
It totally happened. I saw somebody at the very beginning first said, like, I hope it wasn't one of the guys, #MeToo. I'm sorry about that. Please understand, it was a long time ago. It was a different time, man.
That excuse doesn't work. Cancel Troy.
Fuck you all.
No, don't cancel Troy.
Yo, slam that comment in the section for comments. #cancel Troy.
Nipple Troy.
I'm a super obviously gay man. And when I hugged her, I screamed just like a girl. And she did not seem bothered by it at all. We literally just went right back to doing our business. And she gave me the sweetest smile. So, whatever. It happened. I couldn't help it. Troy, but hey, I saw... Wait. Streffen Taylor, Hada Streffen, he's on here. He worked for me back in those days at Tower Video in Berkeley.
Wow, that's crazy.
He's a fantastic artist, and he was a store artist for me for a part of that time.
Troy, can we scream like a girl together for a second?
On the count of three?
I don't know. I don't know that I can do it spontaneously.
Oh, I was not originally invited?
I'm turning down the volume. I'm turning down the volume.
Count of three?
Okay. Yeah, turn it on.
And everyone at home, make sure you slap that like button.
Yeah. Scream like a girl, everybody. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Who did it? Come on, be honest. Be honest, blow up that comment section if you were just screaming like a little girl at home, y'all.
They don't want to cancel Troy, but they do want to hashtag tweak the nips.
Yes,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
That should be a thing for sure.
Tweak that nip, dude.
Okay, let's do one more. Oh, by the way, Mr. Taylor says, love you, Troy. Heather says hi.
Hi, Heather.
Wait, is his
Thanks
name
for
Mr.
watching,
Troy?
Streffen.
Wait,
I just don't know how do you pronounce the first name?
Streffen.
Streffen. Okay.
oh.
Yeah.
I was making sure there wasn't somebody named Mr. Troy. 'Cause
No, that's
Mr.
his last
Troy.
Troy.
all right, here's the last one. Let's see. If I go any further, Stacey's going to drink an entire bottle of rosé on her own.
So, don't judge me.
That's fair. I think each of those glasses is like half a bottle. Come on, girl, be honest.
That's what we call a Wednesday. It's Friday. I can drink 2 bottles if I want to. Squad
Hi,
Patrol
Babs.
knows.
That's
Hi,
right, girl.
Babs.
You do whatever you want.
Oh my
and
God, I'm
you
so
don't need
excited to be
man
on here.
because you
Okay. You two, stop. I like how you two are talking about the rosé and Troy is still saying like, hi, Babs.
Well, you have to understand that there's all these people that I literally haven't seen for like 25, 30 years that I love. They're people that I love, but we just, don't see each other. And
You
it's
guys should
awesome
drink
to see
rosé
them
together.
And the thing about Babs Farney is that she's a gem.
All right. One of you got naked at a 4th of July barbecue and tried to steal potato salad. I got naked at a 4th of July barbecue and tried to steal potato salad. Stacey, I think you're up first this round. Tell us that story.
So, unfortunately, this happened in a communal park. So, if there were children around, I like to start off by saying I apologize. But so I was not drinking rosé that day, believe it or not. It was vodka. What hit me harder. And so we were doing vodka shots and then Jello shots as well. And we were having a great time. However, there was this group across the way that was having their own celebration, but they were very much judgy of what we were doing. So I, of course, in typical me fashion, I said, we should all get naked. And nobody else wanted to do it except for me. So I just, okay. 2 other people wanted to do it besides me, but I don't want to mention them because we're on the internet. So I got naked, and they did too. And we ran over there, and we streaked, and we stole their potato salad, and we brought it back, and I dumped it all over naked people.
Okay, good. Troy, you're up next. You went to a 4th of July party and got naked, stole some potato salad.
I feel like it's kind of right there in the like naked and stealing potato salad is clearly me. Like, any of you that know me at least from the last 10 years know that I'm like naked easily in a lot of places. And
Troy, we need to hang out more. Why don't we hang out? I like potato salad and I love being naked.
I really adore all mayonnaise-based salads, but I have a particular.
What are your favorites?
Spot in my heart for.
Did you name like your best 3?
Yeah.
The best. Well, everything is fucking better with mayo. And Miracle Whip is the devil. If you like Miracle Whip, you have been demon possessed.
Go away. Go away.
Just focus on the story, Troy.
Go ahead and clap like if you hate Miracle Whip.
Hit that mayonnaise button. It's a squirt button.
Actions up, Ryan.
It didn't really happen somewhere else. You said that I went to a 4th of July party. It was at a 4th of July party at my house. And I took the potato salad and went back in the I didn't want to waste it on the other people. I took the potato salad and went back into my room and ate the potato salad, what I wanted, and then put the rest in the refrigerator so people wouldn't eat it because
All right,
it was
good.
too good.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to waste the potato salad.
Well, it was really good, and everybody else was like drunk and not. People were like dropping it on shit and getting big servings and throwing it away, and like fuck them. It was really good potato salad.
All right, good.
Don't want to waste good potato salad on drunk people. Truth.
Yeah,
one of these people did get naked on the 4th of July and try to steal potato salad. We've heard from Stacey. We've heard from Troy. Troy, what did you want to say?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask for votes. I'm like, Edgar hasn't told us his story yet.
Oh yeah, no, Edgar's the last one. But they do say Miracle Whip is disgusting. Donna says it too, and I agree with it 100%. Okay.
Yes.
Edgar, you're
Donna
up.
on point.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Gucci gang? Make sure you hit like and subscribe on that. Yo, this is another one of my stories that Troy has sold perfectly. That I don't know if I'm even gonna win. This happened at Troy's house. He has an annual 4th of July barbecue. And if I was telling the story to the best of my memory, all I did was have a few drinks and try to walk away with the potato salad. But apparently, at some point in the party, I got naked. I think I was like 19. Do you guys remember this? I was 19. Got blackout drunk. Everyone told me I got naked, and I don't remember that, but I do remember trying to leave with the potato salad, and then Troy being like, "Sweetie, you cannot take that. You cannot take that with you." And I said, "Ha ha ha, that's all right. It's all good. You know how it is." And he's like, "No, really, you cannot take that, sweetie." And I said, "You funny, Troy, ha ha." And it got to, like, you were upset. Like, it got to the point where it, like, really was not funny. And yeah, I think you were, well, obviously, you know, did I ruin the party?
Yes, you ruined the party.
That's a
Edgar,
nice try,
you ruined
Edgar.
the party.
That's a nice try to try and hijack my story and turn it into your story.
I swear to God, if you, I know
original.
Because this is a game show, but once the score is tallied, if you don't come clean about this, dude.
You play your game, Edgar. You go ahead.
Oh, very cute. Very cute.
You do you and your mayonnaise dreams.
No, man, this is true.
You go, bro. Run that game.
All right.
I tried to steal potato salad.
One of these 3 people did this. The other 2 did not. Everybody go ahead and make your vote right now. Troy, Edgar, or Stacey. I, for one, don't know. So
I think Brian was there at that barbecue, man. Yo, go ahead and pull up that comment section if you were at that barbecue.
No, this wasn't slosh ball. Troy invites people over to his house who doesn't have kids. And
I have kids. Hold on, time out. Hold on. I don't have kids.
So Brian you didn't get invited?
That's why. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's good you didn't bring him, man, because I got naked. So.
Also, notice that Troy still didn't invite me after I told him I didn't have kids. I just want to point that out. Okay,
well, first of all, no one's having parties right now. Nobody with any sense. So yeah, maybe when we have parties again, you're welcome to come over when parties happen again.
Pity invite not accepted.
I don't know if you come
Even your boy Strefon thinks it's me, bro.
You'll try to hijack my stories like Edgar does.
Okay, here we go.
Hijack. You got ahead of it. You jumped ahead of it, and that was smart. But your game's done now.
Amy says, Troy's my vote.
More rose.
Wait till
rosé.
We're almost done with the show.
I still need more.
Bab says Troy. Let's see. So this is Stacey. I want it to be Edgar.
The Edgar doesn't fall far from the Troy.
Troy.
It's true, man. I think at that time we were kind of thick as thieves, no?
Patrick says that he
That is the most phenomenal thing. The Edgar does not fall far from the Troy. I love that.
Yo, my man Patrick.
They're saying Edgar.
Oh, excuse me. Gotta fill up.
Troy.
Sorry.
I think. Oh, Troy. Yeah, it's between Troy and Edgar, but I think Troy has you edged out just a little bit, Edgar. I think they're going more.
Yo, can we bring Patrick in on the video chat? Because he's now commented 3 times that he remembers this event. I would love to get an eyewitness recount.
All right, which one of you did this thing? I like it. There she is.
Sorry. Hi.
Which one of
you Bato with my wife.
All right, we gotta end the show, guys, because Stacey is no longer fit for camera. It was me. I did it.
Bitch, you were not fit from camera from the beginning.
Bitch, don't clap at
You
me.
got the wrong
Don't you
bitch.
clap at me. Ooh. Yo, comment, blow up that comment section with who you think gonna win this cat fight.
Oh, well, he will win a cat fight. Don't vote for me because he will win a cat fight. 100%.
Okay.
But I'll win a rosé fight.
Which one of you 3 got naked on the 4th of July and tried to steal?
I got muscles too.
I already said it, man. It was me.
It was Edgar, everybody. So there you go.
It was Edgar.
It was Edgar.
Troy does remember. Amazing.
Edgar.
Do we have time to get Patrick in on this to tell his?
No, it would take too long. We're
All
almost
right, that's fine.
Edgar, do you seriously think I would not remember you naked?
Yeah, and I was thinner then. I was 19, Edgar. That was like peak.
Were you mad at him that night, Troy?
I was mad at him. I barely remember the potato salad part. I do remember being like, no, you're not taking, no. But it's hard for me to be mad at a cute naked guy. So.
Oh, Edgar, are you cute naked? We didn't know that.
Yeah, you want to see?
No.
Go ahead and slap like and subscribe to see me naked.
I mean, put the nipple emoji if you want to see Edgar naked. Everybody.
Jabberwocky said, Brian, end the show for your sake and ours.
Yo, Jabberwocky, I love your books and I love your dance moves.
Can I get invited to these parties? Donna says, Edgar, you don't steal the good potato salad.
Why would I steal the bad potato salad, Donna? Think it through.
Good answer. Good answer.
I am really happy that all 3 of you could do this tonight because I felt this show was going to go off the rails and it totally delivered for me. So
sorry.
I'm glad I'm your pocket pick for we need to fill time.
That was super fun.
I feel like Marco told you if you want shit to go off the rails, ask Stacey.
No.
God damn you, Marco. Damn you, Marco!
Honestly, when the 3 of you are the type of person that when I see come through the doors of the comedy spot, I always go like, "Oh!" So thank you guys. You're really good people.
How's it go?
What's that? Wait. I go like this.
How's it go?
Oh!
And he spins around and he spins in a circle and drinks a cup of berries and cream.
Yay! I love Donna. Do you see what Donna said? Best who did it ever.
Best who
Good
did
for
it.
you, Troy. We're talking about nipple twisting.
Troy killed it.
I'm done with that.
Yes.
His nipples are old news.
Troy is the winner of the night. Let's be honest. He told this shit 100%. Your stories, I was like, it was true for me, and I was like, I think Troy did this too.
ACLU tear, you didn't see my episode obviously last time I was on, dude. Already done came in here and I broke the internet, dude.
ACLU tear is very aware. He's very aware that there's no wholesome streak on any of our shows.
The Kim Kardashian ass of that is my comedy broke the internet already. Last time I was on the show. Go ahead and hit subscribe to get access to the old episodes.
Edgar, why are you clapping back for fucking internet trolls? Trash.
Bro, cause that's how Takashi got famous.
No. Mm-mm.
Amy,
You just cheered
Takashi
and
got
move
out
on.
of jail. He's out of jail because of COVID. He immediately goes on Instagram Live, covered in like $300,000 worth of jewelry,
So Edgar started.
and he talks about
everyone.
rats, dude. He's like, yo, just cause I ratted, you know who's really ratting? Check out this.
Oh.
Anyways, it's for another show.
Edgar is our new Takashi. Everybody. Just so you know.
Hey, Troy.
You need more tattoos.
Yes.
Face tattoos.
Troy, I'll see you soon.
All right, Nanny.
Troy, you're awesome.
Thank you. It was
I'd
super
also like
fun.
to-
Thanks, you guys.
I'd also like to thank Hiram and Mike for bringing me my rosé the whole show. Wasty cakes.
know-
Yay.
Respectable comedy spot troll. Who is this guy?
Oh no, ACLU Tear is one of my favorite people. Always
cool.
on here. Good person.
Yeah.
All right. I love you three. I love everybody for watching. This has been a really fun show. I can't wait.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait to share.
I'd like
this
to
tomorrow.
apologize to my mother and everybody else. I'm sorry.
Thank you for having me, Brian. I'm the king of New York. I'm the biggest artist in New York City. Respect to Cardi B, but I'm the king.
All right, that's it. Good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank